Once upon a...
Ultor's behind this, I know it.
Ultor and the Saints haven't been enemies in years.
Ultor's behind this, I know it.
Ultor and the Saints haven't been enemies in years. You really think he's responsible?
You don't know him like I do. The boss put him through a window for a reason.
The reason was the boss was kind of fucking crazy back then.
That's a fair point.
You know how much easier this would be if we just found a car?
You know how much easier this would be if you just gave me a second? You should have expected this. You're in hell. Alright. Now how are we gonna find the Ultor building?
Biggest building down here, giant Ultor sign on it. I don't think this is a problem.
I'll buy that. Ultor's behind this, I know it.
Ultor and the Saints haven't been enemies in years. You really think he's responsible?
You don't know him like I do. The boss put him through a window for a reason.
The reason was the boss was kind of fucking crazy back then.
That's a fair point.
You know how much easier this would be if we just found a car?
You know how much easier this would be if you just gave me a second? Alright. Now how are we gonna find the Ultor building?
Biggest building down here, giant Ultor sign on it. I don't think this is a problem.
I'll buy that.
Look at us. Kinsey Kensington and Johnny Gat driving together on a birthday adventure.
Are you always this excited?
Generally, I'm a misanthrope.
I get it. So this is hell. Not as bad as I thought.
That reminds me of Steelport. So, what's the plan?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna shoot him in the face unless he gives us the boss back.
What if Dane doesn't have the boss?
I'll probably still shoot him in the face.
Welcome to hell.
Shouldn't you have a receptionist?
Such is the plight of eternal damnation. I have a feeling you didn't come here to catch up. Let's talk in my office.
Not even death could stop the enterprising Vogel, who wasted no time in setting up an Ultor branch in the Bal...
Alright, you got me on the sticks. Now what?
Would it kill you to show a little excitement? You're about to experience angelic flight, for Christ's sake.
Dane.
Someone needs a nap. Just call... Great. Now you should have... Start slow. Try to jump over to that next island. Also, the longer you charge your wings before jumping, the further you'll go. Hey, you didn't fuck it up. Good job. Now get up that cliff. Don't worry. If something looks too high, just keep on jumping off the wall. Remember to charge your jump. Now it's time to get up the cliff fast. You heard of crawling before walking? Well, in this case, you need to jump before you can fly. Launch yourself in the air with a jump, and then hold your wings out to glide to that next island. You'll have to dive to reach the next island. Do that by pointing your head down. Don't worry, the rest of your body will follow. I put a shiny flap orb out in front of you. Collect the orb, and your wings will flap to gain speed. Alright, now try flapping those wings on your own. Do a flap on your way to the next island.
God, this feels good.
The exact opposite of diving is climbing. Climbing will slow you down and eventually cause you to stall. And trust me, stalling sucks. You can flap while gliding to gain additional speed. So the faster you're going, the higher you can fly. Now try to reach the island. Time to take the training wheels off for the final lesson. Flying takes stamina. If you run out in midair, you are going to drop like a rock. A stupid, stamina-less rock. Last island is right under those lava falls. Let's get you back to the Ultor building. I want to run through all the stuff you can do to hurt Satan.
Sure thing. See you soon.
Here's the deal. If you want some FaceTime with Satan, you need to get his attention. Now, Satan hates being challenged, so anything you do to undermine his control is good. Fraud, mayhem, shooting demons in the face, anything. You can keep track of Satan's wrath with this handy meter. Get it high enough and you'll be having drinks with Big Red in no time. I've compiled a list of shit to do, so take a look and do whatever sounds fun. Oh, one more thing. We have some potential allies down here. Trust me, you want to impress them.
Running out of juice.
Abandoned ship! We've been boarded! Get these damn things off my ship! Come on! I am first seven seas.
I hope there's not something ridiculous like 100 of these to find.
Waste of time.
Never should have fucked with me.
You should never mess with the Saints.
I got a bit of treasure in that chest over there. The weapon you find inside may help with our little imp problem.
Ooh.
That is a freakishly large hammer. I hate kids.
No, not another one of these.
I summoned these imps to serve as my crew. I forgot what a handful they could be. Once aboard, they wouldn't listen to their captain. They ran amok in the bowels of the ship.
You gotta try harder than that, Satan.
Good God, they're swarming me!
Hey, it's okay to drop the pirate voice.
What pirate voice would that be?
Wow.
Zinyak's destruction of Earth had a profound impact on the afterlife. To heaven, it was a logistical nightmare. St. Peter's meticulous nature drove purgatory wait times to unbearable levels. Meanwhile, in hell, where souls in pain were used as currency, it created a new era of prosperity for the wickedly enterprising. This economic boon resulted in the coffers of hell to be overflowing, which in turn piqued the interest of the most notorious man that sailed the seven seas. Long had Blackbeard been a thorn in Satan's side, robbing tax collectors on a semi-regular basis. But the promise of an immeasurable fortune drove him to be even bolder. An arrangement was reached. Blackbeard would provide information on strategic targets in exchange for a share of the profit. Johnny, who was interested in murder, not money, happily agreed.
I grant ye the ability to summon my crew whenever they're needed. Been trapped in some sort of soul crystal inside Satan's palace. Breaking in is an impossibility. The best bet to save it is to continue to try to draw Satan out of his palace.
A Damned Souls Orientation Guide, Chapter 13. The Den of Eternal Suffering. Don't let the official name scare you. This wonderful location serves as our entertainment district. Take in one of Shakespeare's passion plays. Enjoy a septuple way. Or maybe just settle down for a sinfully perfect hot cocoa. Here you can find it all. Yes, these delights are oppressively expensive. San Francisco.
Lights up. William Shakespeare, humanity's greatest playwright, and hell's most diabolical purveyor of entertainment, looks on as a brave mortal on an Orphean quest enters. The bard's interest is piqued, and he looks to test his visitor's mettle. The masked tragedies were used to enemies cowering as they approached. But soon they realized that they faced a foe with courage and nobility, traits uncommon in the fires of perdition. The inciting incident resolved. The time had come for rising action. The battle raged on below, and as bullets and blood flew, the bard arched a curious eyebrow. Could this mortal be the exact thing that Shakespeare needed? And now, Act 3! The conflict resolved. Shakespeare eagerly awaited meeting the champion that dispatched so many of his men. Undoubtedly, they were here for the bard's aid. And while happy endings were not a thing found in hell, Shakespeare always had a soft spot for comedies.
In the land of the living, William Shakespeare is regarded as one of the most prolific playwrights of all time.
And so, Shakespeare called forth the Deus Ex Machina to bestow our protagonist with the arcane power of Force. Soliloquies to the audience always seemed convenient, but Shakespeare employed them nonetheless. The fourth wall was a barrier for lesson. Lights up. The mortal stands in the training grounds, eager to try out his new Force Stone power on the group of demons in front of them.
Your broken body will be
Scene 2, in which our protagonist kills more. Act 2, in which our protagonist is greeted by foul imps.
Open me!
In which our protagonist learns that Force Stone even works on flying enemies. enabling them to remove a Dark Inciter's shield before shooting them to death. The day is won, and the curtain closes on our noble hero.
When you arrive here, everyone from the mightiest crime lord to the elderly gentleman who takes pens from banks begin the same way, as wretched ghouls wandering the streets. As a shadow of a man, you are stripped of your sins and condemned to a meaningless existence. Eternal playthings for a demonic host who is all too eager to ply its trade.
You face the unholy masses now.
Well, looky here. This should be useful.
Who can save you now, child? Let the horn this one.
For me.
Who can save you now, child Adam? My turn. We've found
We should get out more often.
The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep.
struggle yields nothing.
What, if they wanted to torture you, why'd they use the short version of it?
This is the short version.
Oh, yeah. The wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish. The hobo on the bus goes, heh, heh, heh. My mom had like 8. I was fucking envious.
You should never mess with us.
to give me strength.
The babies on the bus say wah wah wah, wah wah wah, wah wah wah. The babies on the bus say wah wah wah,
We must end this infernal music!
Come, let us return to my castle, so we may plot our next steps in proper surrounds.
Johnny led Vlad back to his castle, which since his incarceration became a haven for frat parties and squatters. But the systematic impaling of trespassers would have to wait.
I bestow upon you the Stygian cold fire. I'll see Satan writhe on a pike. I've brought you to this inferno to teach you about the power I have granted you. Coldfire is an orb, which means you must activate the power and get close to an enemy before they will feel the cold embrace of the Stygian flame. Try it against these demons.
This is really liberating.
Well done. Now here comes a Dark Inciter. Use your aura, then get close to him to take down his shields. From there, you can finish him off with your pistol. Doesn't it feel good to watch an enemy burn?
We're standing in a parking garage. I don't like it either, but Centerpool isn't giving us many options.
I can't believe they tried to force us out.
I can't believe you forgot the mimosas. I think we have bigger problems. I don't think you realize how much I love mimosas.
I can't help but notice that people are trying to kill you.
Yeah, they're really big on that here.
What did you do?
Is now really a good time? We can wait until we're done shooting people.
Well, I'm great at multitasking.
Remember when we offered you a deal on that airplane, and you responded by killing everyone?
Yeah.
It's like that, but worse.
Come on!
Waste of time.
Viola, thought you should know that Kinzie misses you.
Really? That's so sweet. Who's Kinzie? You remember Kinzie. She was that hacker that Matt Miller hated. Isn't she crazy? You know, she really grows on you.
Let's play. Hi. Let's get you two back to Dane.
Hooray.
After being reunited in hell, Kiki and Viola wasted no time in doing what they do best: facilitate the running of businesses. However, the De Winter sisters' success did not sit well with other would-be power players in hell. The sisters' operations all came under attack at once, forcing them on the run. Soon, the twins found themselves on the receiving end of an offer they couldn't refuse. After all, it was better to own 1/5 of something than to be dead.
You helped us, now let us help you. Here's a little something made popular by another group of sisters, the Gorgons. Dane would be attractive if he wasn't so fucking self-absorbed. Maybe I'll go on a date with him if he agrees not to talk. Alright, Dane's letting us use his Ultor training room to test out your Stone Blast power. So go ahead and blast these demons to turn them to stone. After they're petrified, you can use your pistol to shatter them.
You really didn't have a
Hey,
chance.
we're trying to teach you how to use Stone Blast here. So use the power, then kill the bad guy. Got it?
Stone Blast is especially useful on flying demons like this one. Alright, now let's see you drop a few more. Also take down the shield of a Dark Insider, leaving it vulnerable to gunfire. Take this Dark Insider out. I think you've got the gist of it. All right, let's go.
Check out the vending machine near the Ultor building. Is it a special vending machine? No. Have you bought stuff from a store already? Probably. But I would be remiss as your guide if I didn't show you the basics.
I should find a phone book. I want to look up a few people while I'm down here. Better and better.
The Forge is prime real estate in hell. This smoggy shithole is located over the richest mineral veins in the afterlife. You want to hurt Hell's infrastructure? Here's where you do it. Satan is always getting on my ass about throwing a Christmas party every year, but it's like, hey, big guy, I got a corporate culture to maintain. My lawyer, Legal Lee, figured out a way to get some gold-level clients a fast track out of hell. The more...
While his wife Laura was admitted into heaven, the Heavenly Father was less forgiving of poor Tobias, whose shirtless antics as a crazed drug dealer firmly earned him a place inside the Great Inferno. However, ever the optimist, Tobias tried to look on the bright side of being transformed into a husk. After all, while the removal of his signature dreadlocks was a disappointment, he was finally free from having to wear pants ever again. But while Perpetual Commando appealed to Tobias, he still yearned for Laura and her delightful snickerdoodles. Touched by his story and terrified by his demeanor, Legal Lee worked with renewed purpose to unite the two lovers.